Yo, what's good YouTube? It's boardzy, and this is going to be a reaction to Glorious's new generation of gaming mice that are leaps and bounds better than they were before. Surely. Also, it's Halloween. Happy Halloween. But yeah, this is the Model O2 and the Model I2. I'm gonna say it, this new design looks pretty cheap and terrible. Like, you can compare it to the old one. I think it's pretty sleek. I seriously have no idea why they have holes. Like, this is just an Alibaba ass looking mouse. You can't really look at these two mice and tell me there's that much different. Like, that kind of just bothers me a bit. What do you guys think about the design? But finally, they do have a 3395, which still is going to piss me off because I have the Model O Pro. I have the Series 1 Pro on the way. There's the Model D Pro. You hear that word Pro, but they have the 3370 sensor, the BAMF 1.0. Why don't they have the 2.0? That really just makes no sense. Also, what pisses me off about this mouse, it's an ambi mouse in late 2022. A 68 gram weight is not impressive. Like, what the fuck? A G Pro X Superlight clears this mouse and it's well over 2 years old. Or, well, it's like almost 2 years old. They're claiming 210 hours of battery life, which is just, I don't know if they're trolling, if they're just trying to like bait me personally, if this is all about me, but I will see it when I believe it. Wait, I'll believe it when I see it, yes. Because tell me how the Model O Pro has 80 hours of battery life. It has no RGB, but now this with RGB is supposedly going to last 210 hours? Or is this like without RGB on 125 hertz polling rate because they're scummy and they would say something like that to get the battery life rated highly? Or lots of things are possible. The crisp switches, those are literally just the same glorious rebranded Kill 8.0s. So yeah, I don't know. The Model O Pro, 55 grams. I already have it. I seriously like don't know if I'll be buying this. It just like I don't want to personally. And yeah, I seriously just don't know who this mouse is for. It's like almost a joke at this point that they've reduced the weight by 1 gram compared to the Model O wireless that released however long ago. So it's just kind of like, it's really depressing. It's a pitiful release. It's deeply saddening. But the Model I2, on the other hand, doesn't seem that bad at all. Like, in fact, seems pretty good. 3395. I would say 3 viable side buttons. They still do have the bad side button design from before. This back side button's not really hittable, but let's say 3 side buttons, 75 grams, 33.95. It is going to have like potentially glorious-esque quality. Won't know until we get it in hand. But for $100, I feel like this is a respectable release. It's a market that isn't oversaturated like the normal ambi mouse is. Like 68 grams for this is just fucking pathetic for $100. It's really like, it's getting to the point where you just can't give them your money for garbage, in my opinion. The wired version for $65 weighing 59 grams. I mean, it's like lighter, it's cheaper, it's technically a better value, but I just would not recommend going for a $65 wired mouse from Glorious. Like, there's more to life than that. But what I really don't understand is just this whole design, why they didn't just go fully solid shell. They clearly have the tech and the shells to do it. I just don't understand from a production standpoint why they would make the Pro shell, like the mold for this, and then not continue releasing it like as a mainline product. Like, it just does not make sense that the wireless version is nearly 70 grams. I understand they have a big battery because they're trying to compete in the battery life game after having totally shit battery life on the original Model O wireless, but yeah, they seem extremely mad. The Model I, too, like I said, completely different story. If you're looking for a 3-button wireless mouse that is actually going to have a solid sensor and solid features for gaming, I do think that it is worth considering. I'm sure a lot of people are going to think I'm just hating on Glorious like always, and it's really not the case. Like, if they were to come out with, let's say, a 48 gram version of the Model O shell for like $100 with a 33.95, I would be like, wow, Glorious has really gotten their shit together, but they didn't even come close to that. So I don't see this as much innovation. I see this as them finally throwing in the upgraded sensor after selling a Pro mouse without that sensor. Just so bizarre to me. But yeah, you can watch my recent video where I talked about the Model O Pro. Really wasn't negative at all. I'm not just like a full hater. I would love to see a great product, but that is not what I'm seeing. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, let me know what you think in the comments. But man, I cannot in good conscience recommend these.